Hello, we are still looking under the question done on module 3, July series 2023. So here we are seeing a question under setting out. This question was done by learners under the building section. So this question was a little bit easier to me, as you can tell. Yeah, that is an easy question. And sitting out, the question was as follows: a 1% rising open drain is to be constructed from point A to B to C. The original ground level at A, B, and C are 1201.50 meters, 1202.65 meters, and 1203.80 respectively. So the formation level at C is 1202.30 meters. That is the formational level. That is the level, and that is on simpler terms, that is the invert level. So the distance between A and B is 60 meters. Given the coordinates at A and C are as follows. So there we have a table. We have been given the coordinates under the northing and the easting of AC. This is a concept you know. This is a question tackled under module 2 under survey. So that is traversing by theodolite. The examiner site based. Given those two coordinates, you can calculate the distance between A and C, and that is what they needed you to do. The question continues. So determine the formational level at A and B and the height of site rail above ground at A and B, given that 3.0 meters boring rod is to be used. So they need the height of the site rail above the ground at A and B. Yeah, and I think we can also calculate at C because we have not been given. Let's go ahead to the solution, and under the solution I will represented there our drain. So that is the drainage and open drain. We have been told we have a 1% rising gradient from A to B to C. So that 1%, that is something like 1 over 100, represented in a fraction. That is the rising gradient. I've illustrated that diagram there. You can look at it where we have our levels at A, B, and C. Then you have our formational level at C found there. We go ahead. So the distance AC by the use of survey equations, I go ahead and find the difference in the, let's start with the northing. So the difference in the northing between, so there we have line A, C. So the northing of A, see that difference 75 meters. Then also the difference in the easting, there we subtract, and that is 1129.9 minus 1000. There we have 129.9. Those are the two differences that I'm going to use. Because this question did not require much from that, they only needed you to calculate the distance. And in my previous videos that I have done, we use a calculator. So we go ahead on our calculator, then we pull the difference in the northing and the difference in the easting by use of a scientific calculator or the normal calculator. So you pull those two, make sure you put there the brackets under the comma, then you close the bracket and you put the is equal sign under the scientific calculator. It will give you the, as you can observe, also in the other calculator, the first reading that will be the distance, and then the second will be the bearing. But now here we don't need those bearings, we are interested in the distance. After having done that, the distance BC, there we have the distance that we have calculated earlier, that is AC, as 149.9967 meters. So the distance BC will be that which we have calculated minus 60. Yeah, that is the distance BC, because we had been given the distance A B as 60 in our equation there. So by subtracting that, our answer becomes 89.997 meters. We go ahead and we see, we have been told on our first question, we determine the formational level at A and B. So let me start at B. By the look of our diagram, we had a rising gradient from A to B to C, but now we are moving downwards because the formational level provided to us was found at C. So I used the formational level found at C, that is 1202.3 minus, I'm minusing or I'm subtracting because I'm moving downwards to B from C. So remember that I subtract the percentage, that is 1 over 100, multiplied by the distance, our distance BC. There we have calculated it as 89.997, getting our final answer as 1201.4 meters. That is the formation level at B. The formation level at A, I can use the data from B or use the data from C. Either way, I'll get the same answer. So let me start by using the data provided. Minus, I'm moving downwards, minus, that is the gradient given to us, 1 over 100 multiplied by the distance. So that is the distance from A to C. So my data there was gotten from C. So that is the distance from A to C, and getting our final answers 1200.8. The same is done if I get my data from B. So I'll use the formational level at B minus the gradient there, 1 over 100 multiplied by 60, getting my answer as the same, that is 1200.8 meters. We go ahead and calculate the height of side rails, but I'm sure you have the concept. So the height of side rail, the side rail, that is the wood that is found on top there of the drain. Yeah, then our boring rod or boning rod, boring or boning, so they use both terms. So that is the distance, the total distance from our side rail to the bottom of the drain, and our bottom of the drain, that is where our formational level is found. The question we have already been given, we have a 3-meter boning rod, so they need the height of the side rail, and by that, so you find the difference between the ground level and the formational level. Those two will provide you the distance that is subtracted from the boning rod, getting our height of the side rail, as you can observe on the screen. That is for the first at A, that is 2.3, at B that is 1.75, and at C that is 1.5. So our height of side rail is gotten from subtracting the distance that we have, that is the distance of the ground level and the formational level. Then we subtract a total from the burning rod that is found provided to us. Yeah, that question was that simple. I'm sure you have gotten something there. Thank you.